much looting here, but no actual assaults to try and take this spot. And once more a lull in the battle. Goodness gracious, there's a lot of those. King Tiger now coming under a lot of fire alongside that Panther. German Firefly could be lost in this engagement if engaged correctly, and of course focused down, getting right into the range of the Panther and the King Tiger. One more shot and it might be the end, but it does get beyond range, and the Panther does not set in for the hunt, which I do feel is a bit of a bad move. He really should have sent that Panther in to try and knock it out before it was too late. Instead, the Firefly might now end up being repaired and continue its crusade against the German army. Another Firefly being called in, actually, which will certainly only prove to be a greater threat to the Panther and the King Tiger. Panther moving in to try and stop this harassment.
Panzer divisions are down to 200 points.
And artillery is heard somewhere. Could it be here? And another lull. Let's speed this up once more.
Germans have penetrated the line. Trying to take us somewhere.
King Tiger taking quite a bit of fire though, now being hit by Fireflies from several sides. Not entirely the best maneuver though, not really sending in with any support, and now getting badly outmaneuvered and fired upon. Might end up very badly. The King Tiger is still in life. In fact, it's gotten repaired. Of course, it's now joined in by another comrade. This King Tiger is really looking to be in a very bad spot. Artillery being called in to try and cover up. Possibly some rocket artillery. Yes, there we go, but the infantry is too quickly out of there. And looks like friendly artillery knocked out that Firefly. Actually quite interesting. But the second Firefly is on the field and firing away at this King Tiger. King Tiger almost gone. Oh dear, the horror. Schwere Panzerabteilung 503 going to be lacking a King Tiger. There we go. That was certainly not good, and one of the crew members just flung about in a horrific manner.
Fucking brilliant! Target destroyed!
And this medic is lost trying to salvage a wounded comrade. Really looking to be very heavy attrition for the Germaster. Not really a lot left. Barely any infantry, some armor and some half-tracks. But nothing to really carry an assault or protect himself against all of this armor of indeed that Firefly. Panther will try and have to salvage the situation, but it is receiving repairs at the moment and can't actually be called upon, which means this Firefly has a lot of opportunities to do a lot of damage.
Base is taking fire.
Grenadiers out of that medic bunker and equipped with a Panzercheck, or being equipped with it. Hitting that Firefly, only one volley more and it might be gone, to no longer bother them. But certainly looking like the 716th failed in their duty to try and hold the British away from Caen. It certainly looks like they might be lost. And another AVRE taking out a huge swath of German infantry. Absolutely horrific. Those AVRE really managing quite a lot of death and destruction. Panther quickly rushing in to try and retain a bit of honor for the Wehrmacht, but apparently disengaging and breaking off rather than actually join the fight. Disgraceful. And we see these half-tracks are getting back. And what is this? Another Panther. Not entirely sure another Panther will be able to salvage this situation, but then again it might, I suppose. Bit of a lull, and let's once more speed things up. Artillery also joining in right here, hoping to knock out what Grenadiers remain.
Victory reserve stand at 100 points and dropping.
All quiet for the moment, really. A small amount of skirmishing, but nothing really serious. And Germans slowly running out of victory points. Artillery raining in, killing a few British troops. Mortar being trench being wrecked. And looks like this Panther is all there is to try and hold this area. The other one apparently not joining in. Or has it been lost? No, it has joined up with the first one actually. Small Panther platoon trying and holding what is left of the German territories. And finally moving his Grenadiers through here to try and actually do something. And if he moved earlier, could actually have done quite a bit of damage and knocked out this 25 pounder. In fact, he could move his Panthers over there and actually do a bit. But he apparently first comes to that sort of thought by now. Really again too passive play by the Wehrmacht player. Let's speed things up. Trying to harass this point. Probably going to be harassed away again by these Brent gunners in this building, and of course the lieutenant nearby. And we see the half-tracks moving in, one being hit by a mine, certainly not good. But apparently not firing. There we go though. Trying to knock out that howitzer, hitting anything but it apparently. And now receiving fire themselves. The Panthers now moving in there towards the east. Not entirely sure what they're hoping to achieve. Certainly a bit too late. I feel firing away at this field support truck. And now a third Panther. That's certainly excessive. 17 pounder firing away. The Panthers are of course a bit exposed right here. This 17 pounder able to fire. Panther will soon be down to half health. Headquarters command truck getting out of there. Not keen on facing all those Panthers who are blasting away with all guns glowing. Wehrmacht getting cut off from all their territory through these two strategic points. And Panthers focusing on this armored command truck. And we see a vast armored column, numerous Fireflies this time, and a Commonwealth command truck to really direct all of the efforts. Grenadiers nearby with Panzer shakes, and looks like this armored command truck might be wrecked. Saying looks like both of the trucks except the headquarters command truck are gone. But I can't help but feel that this is too little too late. And now they will certainly face the horror of getting faced down by several Fireflies, unless of course they do manage to move in with those Grenadiers. One Panther out of commission. German Fireflies not really damaged. A lot of damage. Looks like this second Panther might be knocked out with a few more shots. And another Panther out of commission. This is horrific losses. And only one Panther left, and there we go, no Panthers left. This has been some absolutely horrific losses for the Wehrmacht. Plenty of armor has gone up in smoke. And Mr. Germaster complaining that Veteran 3 worth nothing. It is, and I certainly also hear many people complaining. I'd not only say it's overpowered, but really trying to slug it out with Fireflies like that, perhaps not the best way. Anyhow, looks like this game is over. A bit of lull, a bit of defensive fighting. So let's look at what can actually be learned. Well, one has to be a bit careful with retreat paths, and of course try and learn from it. That's of course not his entire fault, but certainly can be helpful to quite know. But being more aggressive, really, there were so many times he could have just peeked in here and done a lot of damage to the British, but instead he was most too keen on just holding this spot and this spot and not really doing much in actually aggressive maneuvers. And again, you have to be aggressive. You have to at least try to be aggressive and try to put some pressure on your enemy to actually really also confuse their attacks. Another thing is to of course use your armor and units on it. I mean, it's good to have one in reserve, but if you see the main enemy attack coming here, do move your armor to actually support the ones you have here. For example, you could easily have moved up through here and do a bit of damage there. Again, he also could have harassed here and here and here, but he just didn't seem to master it. His strategic grasp was not strong enough, and he didn't really possess that bold aggressiveness. So it looks like the 716th, even with the help of the 12th SS, have failed in their duty to hold the lowlands against the 11th Armored Division. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, why not subscribe or tell your friends, and if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own? And this is Imperial Dane saying, do try to be more aggressive